What is up, guys? Welcome back to Run My Crypto. Trying to get this hooked up for you guys. So we're going to talk about coming straight off the NNS. That is the nervous system, basically the staking protocol for an internet computer and their launchpad. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the launchpad. We're going to do an overview on GLDT, which is a project coming off of the internet computer launchpad. And what I really want you guys to do is make sure that you guys watch all the way through to the end, because there is a limited availability of time for this project for you to get into this pre-sale or this initial purchasing of the launchpad. We'll go over and discuss all that information in this video. This is actually bringing internet computer to a whole new level as far as growth and greatness goes for this project. So make sure you guys watch all the way through the end. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to get straight into it. So let's go. Here we go. Internet computer, GLDT. This is an overview. Is essentially internet computer launching a project on internet computer, their NNS system. We want to understand, well, how is that important? How is this project even relevant to, internet computer or anything like that? So let's talk about what GLDT is. GLDT is a cryptocurrency project that is being built that's backed 100% by gold. So the significance of what internet computer is doing with this project, right? So this project's coming off the launch pad, but talking about this project, we're looking at, through the power of internet computer, integrating physical gold, something that has been around for decades after decades after decades, that has constantly increased value. However, we know that value takes a long time to appreciate, but when it does, it's very significant to the current price of where it was sitting the last 10 years. Now, what GLDT project is allowing to happen is that we're tying NFTs to that piece of gold. So within that piece of gold tied to the NFT, there's physical serial numbers from that gold, and this is Swiss gold. So this is gold that has been backed up into Swiss vaults that are tied to this project. Now, alongside of serial numbers, there's the actual quality of the gold, and there's information that's tied to each asset. So essentially, if you think about it, it's actually purchasing a physical gold bar. The serial numbers and all the data that goes along with it is all tied to the NFT through internet computer blockchain. So all this again is ran on chain. And why this is so important is because what internet computer is doing is giving everyone the opportunity to be able to purchase gold through an NFT, which is where I personally would love cryptocurrency to continue going in that direction. I don't know if you've seen other videos, but when I put it out, I've always had my focus on moving into a space like this, because now we're digitalizing essentially every paper, all this paperwork and all these documentations that we have to, waste tons of paper on, thick books of contracts and so on and so forth. Now you have the availability to do it through a canister, and then obviously now you could purchase an NFT that is worth the exact dollar amount of value of gold. And this is actually, it's more stable, because we know that gold rarely loses its value. It either remains at the same level, or it takes a longer time to be able to generate more value in it through time. But it's pretty stable when it comes to that. So let's talk about now, let's go into the gold project, or the GLDT project, and let's discuss what type of tokenomics or what type of tokens are available on this project. So on the GLDT project, there's 3 tokens that are going to be affiliated with this project. And the first one is actually the gold NFT, which is a direct ownership of physical gold that's stored in the Swiss vaults, like I said earlier. And it is actually a physical investment that is easily made to be able to be cashed out. The great value of this is actually being able to redeem this NFT for a physical gold bar, or that in exact value of it. So you could actually, if you had a whole full ounce worth of NFTs, you could trade that in for a bar. So pretty much, it creates liquidity behind this token to be able to redeem, obviously for gold or for cash, however you see fit. And then next up we have the GLDT token. So this is the actual physical utility token for the Gold DAO project. Now what is tied to this are fractional size amounts of gold that is tied to this token to provide some backing behind the token, and also allows like cross-border payment to be able to use through this utility token. So you actually, it's a twofold thing, right? Because you have gold backing this token, and then you could have physical fiat backing this token, and this token is what's going to be the driver of this cryptocurrency project, because without being able to have this token, you have, you know, simply an NFT, or you have nothing. So you have this token right here to be able to transact amongst other blockchains with the supporting power of gold backing this, and also fiat, because obviously the value lies behind the token itself, backed by gold and fiat. So this is pretty much the heart of the token. So, you know, the cool thing about it is that, you know, you have your utility token, which is GLDT, and then you have a non-fungible token, which is the NFT that is tied 100% into gold, which is pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me, in my opinion, because, you know, it's bringing actual utility physical gold into the picture. I mean, like, when you really look at it, it's like the power, the trading power of crypto with the backing of gold. Awesome. I mean, like, what cryptocurrency does that? What cryptocurrency is backed by pure gold? You know, this is going to be a major trendsetter for internet computer for this specific type of NFT, and to see where this thing goes, this project goes, is really what has got me so super excited about it. Because, you know, as a believer in cryptocurrency, this is what you want to see continuously happening going forward for cryptocurrency and Web3. But the kicker is that the value is coming out of internet computer, because the internet computer project is the one that's making processes like this happen. And the third token we have on the Gold DAO is USDG, which is a stable coin backed by GLDT. So it's a stable coin that has been populated or created to be able to have a backing of GLDT to support this fiat type of cryptocurrency coin that is attached to essentially the Gold DAO project. So when you think of this, you're going to think of this as just as USDC is to other cryptocurrency coins, the Tether, USDT Tether, USDC, all the stable coins that actually support the physical Ethereum tokens, Binance tokens, etc. This USDG coin is going to be able to support the GLDT token as a utility token. So there is some support, some backing for that particular coin. So that is so great to be able to bring out a project that is tied to physical gold, and not only that, create 3 tokens: NFT token, an actual physical utility token, and a stable coin tied to this project, which I believe is very impressive to come off something like this out of, you know, Internet Computer's Launchpad. So this Launchpad is probably one of the best, providing, you know, great projects coming off of this blockchain that's 100% on chain. So we're going to cover the tokenomics of Gold DAO to give you an understanding of how the coins are going to be created and what type of system the tokenomics is going to run in. So we'll get into that. So looking at the tokenomics, they're pretty impressive. We're looking at tokenomics of a 1 billion max supply on tokens. That means it's capped out at 1 billion tokens. And of this 1 billion tokens, there is a deflationary mechanism that's built. So we're looking at 1 billion coins capped, which is not too crazy. And we have a deflationary mechanism in place. And so let's look at the distribution part to it, and forgive me for looking at my notes, but you have to be really 100% when you do an ICP video, because the accuracy in these videos is very important, because one little slip up and that could throw a lot of people off. So let's look at it. So the SNS fundraising. So the fundraising is essentially called a pre-sale, right? When I think of a fundraising, I think of pre-sale, and we're looking at the Gold DAO on a pre-sale right now because it's on the launch pad. So anything coming off of a launch pad is generally like a pre-sale type of distribution. So what you're doing is, if you've ever been involved in a pre-sale, you know that you supply any type of currency for this token, and you'll be swapped out a certain amount of tokens for whatever type of liquidity you provide. Okay, so right now there is a token distribution or a pre-sale for Gold DAO that's happening now on the launchpad, and there's really only 6 days, I believe, remaining to be able to get involved in this swap. So we'll talk through that after I cover some tokenomics part. So the way that the fundraising or the contributions for the pre-sale is, we have 200 million tokens allocated for the pre-sale, which is about 20%. This is open for community voting and power and staking rewards. So when this proposal gets approved, and which it already is, and I'll show you guys that info pretty soon here. So it's already been approved because it's already met the fundraising point of approval. So there's already been enough people involved to be able to go ahead and approve this project on the launchpad. So that's a good thing, especially if you've already voted on it. So they have 180 million tokens allocated to, which is 18% for the dev team. So this is released over 24 months with a 3-month delay, pretty much aligning with the project's long-term success. So essentially they have to, the 18% is going to be given out to the developers over a period of 3 months with 2-year incentives for the team. So essentially they'll be giving the 18% over a period of 3 months, and then there's bonuses for the developer team members for holding on to the tokens for, beyond our 2 years, or there's incentives in there. Also 620 million tokens is about 62%, which is going to be for strategic development and partnerships and community incentives, utilizations of SNS voting. So they got it pretty much spread to a point where, I don't think there's going to be a negative impact, especially with the percentage going to the development team. I think that's pretty fair when it comes to only 18% of the project. So in my mind, if you have 18% of the project going to developers and they want to pretty much dump everything on the market and cash out, which I doubt they will because of the type of cryptocurrency project this is. I don't see them just dumping all them coins off all at once. I think they're looking for long-term success with this project, as am I. So that's pretty good when it comes to the tokenomics. So the positives is you have 1 billion tokens capped out. That means there cannot be any more created. There's a deflationary mechanism put in place. The developers are only going to get about 18% of the token supply. It's pretty much a win-win. This is a very positive cryptocurrency project that's coming out of Dfinity and ICP Internet Computer. Let's talk about voting power and how that works. So voting power is essentially staking. When I talk about voting power, I'm talking about staking, and this is how the terminology goes hand in hand with Internet Computer. And generally all the staking happens is on 100% the network nervous system, which is the NNS. Now everything staking and everything rewards happens on the NNS. Now whenever you talk about proposals and voting on proposals, generally that's how you stay engaged in staking and cryptocurrency, staking an Internet Computer on the NNS system. So for example, if I had 500 ICP tokens and I want to stake my 500 ICP tokens, there's a process. So what I would do is transfer my 500 ICP tokens onto the NNS. What I'm going to do is attach these tokens to staking rewards. Now you could do that, or you could follow all the projects that are coming off the launchpad, and if they look like killer projects like GLDT, you could actually start basically fundraising for these cryptocurrency projects that are on the launchpad in ICP. So essentially what I want to do right here is walk you through the network nervous system. So right here is where you can send ICP or Internet Computer tokens to the network nervous system through something like if you're in the United States, you could do Coinbase and purchase them on Coinbase and then send them over here, because what you would need to do is just create a internet identity wallet, which is very similar to MetaMask, where you would set that up with some seed phrases and then save the information. And then you also, what's cool about this is that if you do it from like a PC or a laptop, you could use your iPhone device or something to basically give you confirmation to be able to get onto the identity, internet identity through ICP. Now, once you've created that gives you access to essentially basically go in and use internet identity as a crypto storage wallet for Internet Computer. So once you've done that, you could actually do all the transactions that's required inside the network nervous system. So basically today I'm only going to talk about the proposals and then the launch pad. So what we would do is we would go directly to the launch pad, and then these are the new projects that are coming up. So you have the Neutronite coming up, and then Tracks, which is basically a music platform, but we're looking at the Gold DAO. So if you notice right here, we only have around 6 days and 8 hours left to basically participate in the launch of this platform that's going to be on Internet Computer. Now, as I go into this proposal, essentially what you want to do is you would sign in and you would have your ICP tokens available to allocate to the voting on this proposal. What that is going to do is going to allow you to be a part of the token swap for Internet Computer tokens for Gold DAO tokens, and that's the utility token. So whatever you allocate towards that, the numbers are going to reflect into how many Gold DAO tokens that you'll receive. And I really don't know the number of that. I believe it has to do based on market values and time of launch and so on and so forth. Obviously, it's like, you know, if you were to buy them at 1 cent and you bought 1,000, what that looks like when it launches onto you know, the markets. So that's what that's pretty much how you would allocate. So once you would allocate your coins, you would have your voting on the proposal would be yes. Obviously, you want this to take effect now. So the rules behind this, based on what I'm looking at, is that it met the criteria to be able to go ahead and launch this and be able to swap out the token. So the network nervous system had the proposal to allow you to vote, and you voted by inducing funds of ICP into this proposal, which in turn will allow you to swap out for the Gold DAO tokens. So what it is you voted yes, or if you had done this or not, or if you do, you vote yes to be able to create a service nervous system for Gold DAO based on this proposal, which in turn allows this to be live on Internet Computer. Therefore, it's basically participating in the pre-launch, because whatever you allocate, you'll get that swapped out for Gold DAO. So once it's been swapped out, you'll see in your tokens as the proposal closes, then you'll be able to see your actual swap, and then you'll be able to go in and create a staking time, or basically it's called dissolvement. So what you want to do is put a time frame on how long you want these tokens to be pretty much locked up for. And so if you wanted to lock up for a long period of time, what you're going to do is when you dissolve, that's actually taking rewards out. So you're going to want to do delay dissolve, and that's going to basically put a time frame on how long you want to stake those Gold DAO tokens. And the same is true for Internet Computer staking. So if you do stake on Internet, you want to stake Internet Computer, you'd actually go in here and then you go to vote on a proposal, and you could actually set the amount of Internet Computer tokens you want to be allocated to the proposal, and then you would delay the dissolve, so you could extend that period of staking time. So it's a really robust system that Internet Computer has, and I will be doing more videos on staking in the process. All right, guys, hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys got any questions, just make sure you leave it in the comments. I try to cover as much detail as possible, but there's just so much moving parts when it comes to a robust system with technology like Internet Computer. So if you guys have any questions, just drop that in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Check out the 10X Squad. We could talk on a day-to-day basis in there if you guys are interested. I will be coming out with a 3-day Christmas sale for the Patreon, so keep a lookout for that. It'll probably be the lowest you'll ever be able to get in the Patreon, so just check it out if you guys are interested. The link is in the description. I'll notify everybody once I drop the 3 days to Christmas discount for the Patreon. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for tuning in to Run My Crypto. Take care, be blessed.